Okay, number 13. Okay, implicit differentiation. First of all, y, because you have x's and y's all mixed together, that's how you know to do implicit differentiation. So when you do the derivative of a y, make sure you tack on a dy dx. So the derivative of 3x squared is just 6x. The derivative of a negative 4y cubed is a negative 12y squared dy dx. Here's where neon flashing lights should be going off in your head. This is a product rule because you have an x and a y. So keep the negative 2 and the x together, and then the y squared, and do a product rule. Derivative of negative 2x would be negative 2. Derivative of y squared is 2y dy dx, and crisscross. So that derivative would be negative, let me change that, negative 2x, actually no, it's going to be a negative 4. Erase again. Negative 4xy dy dx minus 2y squared. And we still have to do the derivative of this constant, but the derivative of 1 is 0. Okay? So make sure you understand all that. If you forget one of these dy dx's, it'll totally mess up your whole entire problem. All right, now keep all the dy dx's to one side and move the non-dy dx to the other side. So on the left, I have the 6x. I'm going to bring this over and leave everything else on the one side. Now factor out the dy dx on the right side. And you're left with negative 12y squared minus 4xy. And now just divide by that big bunch of junk right there on both sides. And that's my derivative. So now we're going to take all of this. That's our derivative. We're going to evaluate it at 1, negative 1. So this is your derivative, which I can see it can be simplified because everything's divisible by 2. But since I'm evaluating the derivative at a point, you don't really have to simplify it, especially if you take a chance of messing up the simplifying. So I'm just going to evaluate that derivative at 1, negative 1. All my x's are 1s and my y's are negative 1s. And you don't really have to show any work for that. Plugging in a 1 for your x and a negative 1 for the y, we would get minus 4 times 1 times negative 1. That's going to be a positive 4. So I have 8 over negative 12 plus 4. 8 over negative 8. Negative 1.